Hi and welcome back to Utopia. We believe that knowledge is power. My name is Dave Robertson. I'm here to empower you through knowledge and motivation. And I'm not a professor. Let's get to learning. In today's video, we are learning about possibly the most important and biggest thing you can do in all of your entire life, which is finding yourself. So this is 21 ways to find yourself. Number 1, trial and error. Try everything. Just try to be a yes man or a yes woman. If you don't have an inclination of what you might like or what you might care about, just try out everything. Just say yes to opportunities, answer flyers, not necessarily like in the Jim Carrey movie way. Don't risk your life, don't risk your livelihood. But if you're stuck in a rut or if you're just unsure of where you want to go next, then the only way to figure it out is to try things. How would you know what ice cream flavor was your favorite if you didn't try them all? But if you're missing out on your next great passion or interest or hobby or life partner, just try. Number 2, what do people say that you're good at? Write down a list and see what type of picture of a person or possibly a career does this paint. Can you connect the dots? People say, you're good at analyzing, you're good at creativity, you're good at painting a picture, then maybe you could be the next marketing genius. Write down every single quality and maybe even write down some of the bad ones, but not if you're in a depressive spiral. If you're just thinking, then write down, just see, if people say that I don't like people, then maybe I could have an office job, But just write down every single mostly positive thing that people say about you and just really think from an outside perspective, what does this picture paint? Number 3, write down everything that you hate. A lot of the time we aren't in a space to figure out positive things, but if you know every single negative thing, then what are the positives of these? The opposites. And also, you know what? Sometimes not liking things is a part of an identity. Not to be all like SJW, but hating homophobia is not only the same as accepting and loving the LGBT community, it is also a sign of just a type of person that you are. You're a person who is against this trait, and that is a part of something that defines you and can give you, like, for example, a political position in some way. Obviously, you don't have the entire personality of hate, but I'm just saying, like, that gets you along the way. Number 4, what have you at any point in your life had the even tiniest inclination of wanting to learn? Just keep trying to learn those things so you find something you actually like. If you've been a little bit curious about coding, if you've been curious about learning guitar or running a marathon, whatever it is, at least try it like 10 times or like do it for 3 weeks or whatever, but try it for a length of time and see, is this something that I can like or not, and just keep going through the list. I'm sure you'll find something you like. And if you're completely without the ability to remember ever wanting to learn or do anything, then just go to Google, type hobbies, and try whatever, because then you're in desperate need of just trying something. Number 5, what characters or shows or books or movies do you like? And why? Is there something that you see there that you would like to be for yourself? Is there something you respect and something you admire? For example, when I read The Hunger Games, yes, I love the books, I love the world, I love most of the characters, but truly I fell in love with Katniss Everdeen because of her ability to stand up for herself, stand up for her town, stand up for her family, and just do whatever was needed when it was needed. That is something I truly admire, that drive and that love that drives her to go into something that she thinks will kill her because, family comes first, and then standing up for an entire nation when she is, not a people person whatsoever. And it's just seeing those things, seeing those characters that I've had a long series actually ever since I was a child, and loved superheroes because they would stand up for people, and then I loved feminist icons because they would stand up for people, and I thought maybe I'm a person who wants to stand up for people, and if those are the types of characters that you love, then possibly that is something that you would like to emulate. Or if you love sarcastic characters or whatever it is, whatever you can see as a thread in books and movies and songs even, that is something that you continuously like and people you continuously admire, then there's probably something there, whether it resonates with you already or it is something that you would like to become. I think a lot of the times it is something that you have as a trait in yourself, but you would just like to make it bigger. Because in general, we do like and respect people that reminds us of ourselves, so your subconscious probably knows what reminds you of yourself, even if you don't know it yourself yet. Number 6, spend time alone. It is really, really easy to get away from yourself and to forget yourself, not know who you are, to get lost in the way you are with others and your subconscious mirroring of others. When you're with others, by spending time alone, you're isolating yourself. You are just forcing yourself to be with your own thoughts in your own company and see, how often do I smile when I'm not around others? How often do I laugh? What am I thinking about? Am I crying? Just get to know your honest, true self with no support. And just find out. There might even be things that are holding you back from finding yourself and from discovering your true self. And that is something you often figure out when you are alone. I think most of our negative thoughts come when we are alone, and most of our emotional turbulence. And this is because you can push and push and push away your thoughts with music, with videos, with others' company. But when you're alone, you have to hear your own thoughts. And then you can find some thoughts that are actually blocking you. And if not, you can figure out if you actually want to laugh at those jokes or if you're doing it to please others. Number 7, do things alone and try new things. By doing things alone, not just spending time alone, but doing things alone, first of all, you get to do whatever you want when you want to do it, but you also get to choose the pace yourself. For example, I love shopping. Do my friends love shopping? Yes, but do my friends want to spend the exact same time as I want to spend at each store in the mall? No, of course not, because we're all different people. But sometimes I go shopping alone and I love it because I can spend as much time as I want looking at the same item, being in the same store, doing whatever. And you know what? If I want to sit down, if I want to get a coffee break, I can do it. And I can figure out my own pace. And a lot of the times also, I think we're just too in need of others' reassurance and others' advice, and especially in like clothing and makeup and stuff like that. And being at the store, not getting your friends' input and not asking, how do I look in this dress? You know who gets to decide? You get to decide how you look in that dress. How do you feel? Do you like what you're seeing? You don't have Sarah to ask. You have yourself. Look in the mirror and decide. Being able to make decisions for yourself, making up your mind without anyone else, that is what makes you yourself and grows you into an adult. Number 8, live outside of your comfort zone. First of all, this is how we achieve new things. This is how we discover that we might actually be able to do more things. This is how we get more respect for ourselves and how we figure out how strong we are. And this is also how you figure out what you can actually deal with and what you can absolutely not deal with. But you have to try. If something makes you uncomfortable, if something is a little scary for you. Obviously, I'm not saying go out clubbing alone. I'm not saying to push yourself in any way that comes in like relations to other people, but I'm saying that if you're worried about sleeping in a tent because of bugs, or if you're afraid of heights or stuff like that, then maybe try to push yourself, like climb a ladder, try to sleep in a tent and see that it doesn't kill you and that you know what, you are worried for nothing. Or figure out that it's actually a phobia and a problem, but you can do those 7 other things. But we have to try. Number 9, write down your values / what you care about. If you don't have any particular values, I'm sure you have things you care about. Do you care about your books? Do you care about your family? Do you care about your pets? Do you care about the length of your eyelashes? Do you care about something? And if you're not sure about your values, you can also just look up different values or look at like the little like value list sort of for political parties and such, and see what you feel, how you lean. And if you don't have any emotions towards it, maybe you can do some research. We'll get onto that later. But try to make up your mind about values in some way or another. 11, take career quizzes, like, where you get like, what career should I be in? Then you place like, yes, I'm like that. Yes, I'm like that. If nothing else, it will make you reflect a little bit about how you are. You can also do some would you rathers because they expect a visceral reaction, and that is what you need. When you are unsure, you might not be able to theorize to the highest level, but you can absolutely just follow your gut. And your gut really tells you who you are. 12. This may be a little like philosophical or like wishy-washy, but for me, it's been really important in my life, and that is, what does your name mean for you? As you may have noticed, I start every video with my name is Zoe Robertson, because being Zoe Robertson or Zoe Noelle Robertson as my name is actually really important to me. To me, it speaks to my identity, and to me, I really identify with my name, and I feel like my name represents who I am. And just say your name out loud, and how does it feel to you? Do you feel proud or do you feel a little icky? Do you maybe have a last name that you don't feel resonates with you, or even your first name? Do you feel like your name represents you, or do you feel like it is holding you back, that it's a part of who you used to be? I think names are like words, really meaningful and have a lot of emotion and history for the most of us, and should be felt out and tackled if needed. And 13, what would you like it to mean? What do you want your name to represent for you? How do you want to feel introducing yourself? How do you want to feel saying your name, writing your name down, writing your name on, writing your signature? Like, when I think about being Zoina Robertson, I feel proud, I feel happy, and I feel strong. And is that how you feel when you say your name? If it's, I don't know, Paul Peterson or Sarah Michelle or whatever your name is, what does it feel like, and what do you want it to feel like? I want all of you to feel proud of who you are and to feel like your name is strong and meaningful or happy and lusty or whatever you want your name to be. That is what it should be. 14, ask yourself if your identity relies on others. How do you identify yourself? Do you identify yourself as the wife of someone, as the son of someone, as, friend to someone famous, or an assistant, or like, do you feel like your identity stands on its own 2 feet, or do you identify yourself in a relation to another person? I know that especially a lot of women identify themselves as mothers or as wives, and we have been in many ways conditioned to feel this way, but as in how your name's your identity, you are you. And I feel like that is very important. And I think that oftentimes when we do lose ourselves, we lose ourselves to another person. Is that maybe the case with you? 15, this is one that I think is very fun. What would you do if you had an entire year on an unlimited budget, not limited or even in relation to your current friends and family? Would you be doing missionary work, charity work, making movies, writing books, starting some type of business, a bakery? What would you do really if you had just a year to do whatever you wanted to do, no limit to your budget, and not even have your friends and family in mind whatsoever? It's just you and the entire world and every single possibility within it. 16, maybe not as fun, but I think really important, because a lot of who we are is in relation to not necessarily just other people, but the world and the society that we live in. And so number 16 is to research politics and take a stance. And taking a stance does not mean you have to have the same opinion forever. You can have one opinion now and you can change it tomorrow. It is just so important to actually have an opinion, an educated opinion. So look at the parties, the main parties in your country, and think, what here do I agree with and what do I disagree with, and who do I think I would vote for if I had to vote today? You know what? I voted several times in my lifetime, and I've never voted the same. In our, we have like 8 parties or something in our mains. I've had a different one each time, and I don't feel ashamed for that. I don't feel like I can't make up my mind. I feel like every single time I have voted for the party that has resonated with my values for that time the most. But I have always been able to explain my position, and I think that is really important. And I feel like being yourself, you also have to stand by yourself, or stand with yourself, with your opinions, with your values, and it helps to have some ground to stand on theoretically. And that plays into number 17. Voice your opinion. Try to at least once a day say something that is an opinion. You don't have to be like, I believe that tampons should be free. You don't have to exclaim your opinions all the time. So one thing that Mel Robbins points out as a way for women to start speaking in office meetings is to not necessarily just be throwing out ideas and opinions all the time, but maybe in the beginning just say, I agree with her, I agree with him. So if you're sitting around the table and someone says something that resonates with you, just say, oh, I actually agree with that, or I think that's a great idea. And in doing that, you'll voice your opinion. Your opinion is that is a good opinion, and that is fine. 18, it's a little bit the same as being alone, but it's a much shorter time frame. Meditate and pay attention. Like I said, your thoughts are extremely important and they bear weight. And so listening to your thoughts and figuring out what do I like, what don't I like, what are issues in my life, what are things in my life that I keep turning back to that are good, just listening to those thoughts can help you along a lot. 19, start asking yourself, why do I do things? This also brings me a little bit back to Mel Robbins when she says, don't ask what's wrong with me, ask what happened to me. Maybe you have some troubles with workaholism or eating disorders or in your relations to other people, and nothing's wrong with you, but maybe something happened to you. But figuring out why you do things, just being like, okay, so I do this might be because of that, and that goes back to that and that and that. That's the key. 20, pretend to be someone else. For a day, live your life, answer questions, and try to reframe your thoughts and your actions in as if you were someone else, like a character from a television show or from a book, and see what feelings come up. Are you doing things that are giving you gratification or problems because you are trying to get because of the social approval that you are receiving or not receiving? Or are you really actually dying to be yourself? Figuring out whether you want to be yourself or whether you're mainly looking for social approval will give you real insight into yourself, and also see if it feels natural to you. Maybe you're used to playing a character all the time. A lot of us do it, again, because of social approval, and we are really, really good at pretending to be someone else. Then that's a problem. And 21, take the time you need. Finding yourself is not a race, it is not a competition, it is not a to-do. It is a lifelong process, and we heart changes all the time, and being in tune with ourselves is a gift and also something to work on. With that being said, I will see you soon. Good luck on the project that is you, and take care. Bye.